Hey babes, it's your girls Bebe, and I'm back with another video. And today we are finally answering y'all's burning questions about our Japan trip. Okay. I recently dropped a 5-part series of my month-long Japan trip, and y'all showed me so much love for those vlogs. I'm so happy that you guys really liked it because I'm not much of a vlogger and I really put a lot of effort, love, blood, sweat, and tears in those videos. And I'm really happy you guys liked it. I'm happy that I was able to show my trip to Japan unfiltered through my eyes and y'all felt like you were there with me. So I love that you guys loved it. I love that you guys commented such sweet things oh my god, I could go on forever about the amount of messages that I got because of my vlogs and the community that I built because of those vlogs. So thank you guys so much for all the love, and y'all asked so many questions. And I know I touched on certain things in the videos, but I felt like having a video just dedicated to your questions would be a lot better than just swifting through my hour plus long vlogs, and I have about 5 of them. So I just want to do a video where I can just get straight to the point and answer y'all's questions. But I just want to say thank you guys for all the love. Like, I really, 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 really appreciate it, and y'all make me want to vlog even more. So yeah, and if you guys didn't know, I am going to China in Japan, so there'll be more vlogs coming soon. So I'm really excited for that, and then we have a really crazy year this year of travel. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching those videos. I really, really appreciate it. This video is all about answering y'all questions. I wrote them all down on my phone, and I'm going to be going through it and answering it. And I also have my boyfriend on the phone with me. He's going to be participating. Say hi.
It's good.
Before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on all my social media platforms at It's a Baby, okay? Or Zabeckford, okay? So let's get straight into this video. Enough chit-chatting, okay? I know y'all want these answers to y'all questions, and I got y'all. So the answer to that question is, me and my boyfriend, we wanted to go to Japan for a very long time, even before we got together, and it's our was number one on our bucket list of places to go. And because Japan is filled with so many activities, attractions, sites, and everything, and not just even Tokyo alone, but the rest of the cities, we just felt like we wanted to take our time when it comes to exploring Japan. We didn't want to feel rushed. We didn't want to jump to reservation, all that kind of stuff. We really wanted to take our time exploring Japan. Some days we had days where we're chilling, some days we had days that we had things planned, but overall, our trip to Japan didn't feel like rushed or whatever. It felt like really chill and cool, and that's why we picked a month, because we really want to take in the culture as much as possible and enjoy what Japan has to offer. So that's why we pretty much picked a month.
Spent a month cupping out the optimal amount of time to really travel Japan and go to different locations like Kyoto, Osaka, stuff like that, and not feel rushed and just actually just walk around and enjoy Japan.
And obviously, Japan is our, like I said, number one on our bucket list. So our number one dream trip, we want to make sure we did it the right way. I find this question so funny. Babe, a lot of people ask us, what the hell do we do in order for us to go away for a whole month?
Yeah.
Well, you guys don't know, my boyfriend owns a nerdy core fashion brand. So he's pretty much self-employed. He owns a business, and that's what he does. And I'm a content creator and a makeup artist. I also did work part-time at a boutique shoe store that year before I quit, before I went to Japan, but I did do that as well. So that's what we do, okay? If y'all wanted to know. We started planning this trip, I would say, spring of 2023. We knew we wanted to go to Japan, and we knew we wanted to go for a month. At first, we were going to go September 2024 because I wanted to go for Carnival. But then my birthday is in November, and I like to go away for my birthday. I was like, honestly, I'd rather just spend my birthday in Japan. So we moved it to mid-October to mid-November. So it took us about a year and a half to plan. I have to start saving up money and whatnot. We both had a goal that we wanted to save up, and we actually booked our flight. I think that year, 2024, we booked our flight May, and then from then on, I think we kind of like booked our hotels and stuff maybe June of 2024. Um, and then like obviously when it comes to like reservations and stuff like that, depending on what the website said, we would book it like a month or two prior to our trip. So for us to save up for this trip, we literally started saving up a month, a year and a half before our actual trip. So yeah, this wasn't something that we were like, okay, let's just let's just go that year of. No, like we planned that, we planned it for the following year, and we made sure we had enough money for just to book our flights and whatnot. And your flight's gonna vary depending on where you're flying from. So I'm not gonna give you guys like my flight was like 1100. I think my boyfriend's flight, but that was 1100 Canadian. So, and that was a little bit more because we paid for assigned seating and whatnot. But yeah, we booked our flight first because once the flight's booked, you're going. Like you're going to Japan. Once that flight is booked, you're going. Like it was like, okay, it's finally happening. And then from there, we kind of went through how many days we want to spend here and etc. and whatnot and things like that. Yeah, our trip was half pre-planned, half going with the flow. Like I said, that's the reason why we picked a month, because we didn't want to feel rushed. We wanted to take our time and chill and do like one day it was all reservations. One day there was nothing, and then there was reservation. There was a few days of nothing, and so and sometimes we found stuff randomly on TikTok, and we're like, oh shoot, this is open. Let's go to that. So a lot of our trip was half pre-planned and half going with the flow. Things like my birthday was something that was like we kind of planned certain activities around, because my birthday is November 1st, which is also the same day as Hello Kitty's birthday. So I was like, I need to be back in Tokyo on November 1st to go to Sanrio Pearland for Hello Kitty's birthday, my birthday, and her 50th anniversary. So there were certain things we kind of had to like plan certain activities around, for the most part. Yeah, some things were pre-planned. Like I would say anything we had to do like a reservation like prior to us going, like Kirby Cafe, we had to book a reservation, so we had a day for Kirby Cafe. We had a book for like going to Studio Ghibli. We had to have that set in stone. So there's certain things we had set in stone, and some things we just kind of just like booked the day of, booked the day before. But things a little bit different now because Japan is such high in demand when it comes to traveling. We got lucky being last minute with some of our reservations. But because Japan is booming more, I would definitely say try to book as uh as advanced as possible.
I guess pretty much you just go on Klook. You can look up airport driver services on Klook, buy it on there. They ask you if you have like a WhatsApp or anything like that. You put your number in, they're gonna contact you, and then they're gonna be waiting out front of the airport with you, like with a sign with your name and everything like that. It's pretty simple. You just gotta get on Klook to get the private driver from the airport.
Do you
I would
remember?
say if you go from Narita, you don't really need it. So
Yeah, because we flew in from, what are we flying again? Narita.
Narita.
We didn't fly in from Haneda. No, we flew into Narita. If you fly in Haneda, you're fine.
Oh yeah, I had it the other way. So
Yeah.
if you fly into Haneda, you are fine. But you come in to Narita, you're probably gonna have to either take like a bus service, train, or if you want to skip all that, you just get a private driver, so you won't have to deal with lug around your entire like luggage. So
yeah. They also have the luggage service that, if I don't know if y'all seen TikTok that people did, but I know you have to wait like the next day or something to get your luggage, and we just kind of wanted all the stuff at the same time. Do you know how much that cost, babe?
I don't remember. I think it's probably like 150 USD or something like that.
Okay, that's how much it costs, y'all. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of y'all really want to know how me and my boyfriend were able to rent out an apartment for a month. And no, we did not do Airbnb for this, because I'm not gonna hold y'all. Airbnb was kind of pricey. I'm not gonna hold you. Just to stay there for a whole month would have been crazy through Airbnb. So what we did, we went through a short-term rental website. We were able to rent an apartment for a month, and we did it through Himlet Japan. And for the month, it cost about 415,000 yen. Okay, and that was anywhere from 2,900 to 3,000 USD. Okay, so which is pretty good because we looked at some places and just staying for 2 weeks, you're literally paying a few $1,000s. So it was a lot better for us to do short term rentals and do it through a website. You also have to fill out an application, and you had to get approved for it, right, babe? Approved for it.
Yeah, you just fill out an application, let them know how long you're staying for. Only rent out month, 3 month, or like 6 month leases. So, and the price varies between those time limits. So,
And we had like an agent. They would show us like different apartments, and we were able to pick the apartment that we wanted, with different price points and everything. But did he do a credit check too?
no, they don't do credit checks.
Okay.
They just want to know basically you got the money. So you got the money. They most likely everybody will be approved for the apartment. This depends on the availability. It's just you're gonna have to pay for it basically immediately, and it's gonna be all up front. Can't just put it into payments. I don't believe so.
And was there a cleaning fee or something like that?
It's like a super small cleaning fee or something like that. So
And any security deposits?
yeah, but you get your security deposit back. It's nothing crazy. So I forgot how much. Maybe 50 something dollars or something.
As you guys know, you're probably wondering why does he know everything. I'm not gonna hold you out. My boyfriend literally planned majority of the trip when it comes to the hotels and the stays and like the trains. He did a lot of that. So he's the man, to be honest, and he's really good at organizing things. So he's the one that knew all this information and did all the research. I was just going along with the flow. I was passing the princess on our trip, so I'm not even mad at it. The reason why we rented an apartment while we are traveling to other cities, we wanted like a home base where we can carry one suitcase to go to other destinations, as opposed to like carrying 6 suitcases with us to each destination. Like, you all know how insane that is. So for most trips, we'll pack like one like full size luggage for each of us, and it was a lot easier to like take on the train and all that kind of stuff. So that's why we had a home base. It was just easier to pack a small amount of clothes and then bring that with us, as opposed to traveling with all those bags. Like, I don't know how people do it. I know you could do like the luggage service and whatnot, but like for us it was just more convenient to have a home base where we can like travel come back and not have to worry about anything. Yes and no. We both agreed that we were gonna save up $5,000 each, um, to just have as spending money for the month. I believe 2,700 of that went to shopping for me. To be honest, I think I spent that on shopping, and then the other 2,300 was like random activities that I wanted to do and food and stuff like that. For the most part, but yeah, we didn't have a budget really for this trip. Because we said we wanted to enjoy this trip as much as possible, and we didn't want to have any like financial restraints from preventing us from really like going all out on our Japan trip. Hence why we took a year and a half to plan this trip, because we wanted to just have the financial freedom of having a lot of fun and doing whatever the hell we wanted in Japan without, penny pinching. So that's why, we did take some time. Like, if you want to kind of have that experience in Japan, I would definitely say don't rush your trip. Take as much time as you want to plan your trip and save up so you can have that kind of freedom when you go to Japan. The only places I was adamant about, like my boyfriend said, when it came to staying at like really like bougie places, were the Ubuyaa Hotel in Kawaguchiko, because I really wanted a private onsen, for us to look at Mount Fuji, because my boyfriend does have a tattoo. So having our own private onsen, he was able to like enjoy the onsen privately without having to cover up his tattoo, and also getting to see Mount Fuji as well. So we did both Airbnbs. We did Airbnb for Kyoto. We did an Airbnb for Osaka, Nagoya, and Kawaguchiko. We did hotels, and I'll put all the prices and places on screen so y'all can see how much everything is and whatnot. And yeah, to this day, I don't know how much we everything cost. for this trip. I will put it at the end of the video. We'll both be surprised together, okay?
Not everything is like super expensive. Like even though we stayed at the most expensive hotels or where it wasn't like out of the crazy. It wasn't like $1,000 a night or anything like that. It wasn't crazy. But we didn't have a budget. We just wanted to enjoy ourselves more so.
Yeah, and my boyfriend picked all the places, so we have similar taste in what we like for hotels and Airbnb. So whatever my boyfriend picked, I trust him because we like the same things. Honestly, it gave me spring vibes. So thank God, me and my boyfriend, we brought clothes that we can wear as is, and we also brought like layering pieces because some days it was pretty hot where we didn't even need a jacket whatsoever, and there were some days where we need a jacket or something a little bit more heavier, maybe like a scarf, a hat to keep warm. So it was really up and down. It was even on the last day in mid-November, it was warm. Like I was breaking out of sweat. I was like, God damn, it's hot in here. Like, so the weather in Japan, like October, November, is very spring vibes. So definitely pack pieces that you can wear as is, and definitely pack pieces that you can layer on top of your other items. So that's like the best thing I can give you when it comes to weather. And obviously at nighttime it does get a little bit chilly. So, and it also gets dark really quickly, by the way. It got dark around like 4:30, 4:45. So we brought the Osmo Pocket 3, the 360 camera, and the Ace Pro. And then I use CapCut to edit all my vlogs and videos, and I use it on my desktop. But yeah, we use the Osmo Pocket 3 was like the little handheld camera, which I'm filming on right now, and I love it because you can. It's so tiny and like very low keys. It's not like in your face because it's really really small. So I love that. And in fact, you also can film like horizontal, and you also can film vertically. And then the 360 camera is really cool because you can put it high up in the air and it catches like all around you. So my boyfriend would have like a really large stick and he would carry it, and you can see like the aerial view of wherever we were. And it also takes really really cool pictures as well too. The Osmo Pocket also takes pictures, by the way, as well. And then the Ace Pro is like my boyfriend's, like, I guess, action camera. You would say, babe, action camera.
Yeah.
Action camera, and he wore it on his chest. He had like a whole chest rig or whatever. So that's how you can see videos of me. Like you can see my camera, but you can also see him filming from his point of view. I always look so short and tiny, but yeah, that's pretty much how we filmed. So we had 3 different cameras depending on what we're doing. We brought all 3 most of the time, and we also brought a portable charger, like extreme portable charger, to charge all our stuff. Thank God the Osmo Pocket charges pretty quickly, and the 360 camera charges really quickly as well too. And like I said, I edit everything on CapCut, but make sure you get the Pro for CapCut. Get the Pro. I had about, I think I took maybe about $2,000 out in cash, and then I had about $3,000 on my bank account for spending money for Japan. And I think my boyfriend, he had his amount as well too. Is it better to bring cash or card? So many people on TikTok says you need to bring cash, you need to bring cash, you need to bring cash. When I tell you, most places, I don't think we even had. I think we had one problem with cash, and that was the ATM wasn't working, or with accepting your card. No, we had one problem with card. Yeah, the ATM wasn't working. But for the most part, everywhere took card. I was really confused why everybody thought like you had to bring cash everywhere. Even the small little merchants had their little like debit credit card machine on deck. Like even when we went to like Kyoto and we did like the little trolley thing through the bamboo forest, they had a card machine on deck. So when I keep seeing everybody on TikTok kind of do this fear mongering thing, like you need cash, you need cash, it was an experience like that for us. Like everywhere, for the most part, took card. And even my boyfriend, he used Apple Pay a lot too, so it was definitely Apple Pay friendly. And then we took out our money at Family Mart, 7-Eleven, and Lawson because exchange rate was a lot cheaper. And you, no matter where you are, you're gonna find a 7-Eleven, Lawson, and Family Mart is right there. Bring both card and cash, and I'll always tell people make sure you have a lot of space on your credit card as well too. That way you can rely on physical cash, the cash in your like your checkings, and also you have space on your credit card as well too. But for the most part, you don't need to just bring cash. Like I took out cash a lot because it helped me monitor my spending, but for the most part, places a card.
Whatever you prefer. If you want to save a few cents because of the service fees or whatever, or keep going to the ATM and pull out money, but get ready to be lugging around a whole lot of change.
Oh yeah, the change. You need a change purse because we had so much change, a lot of change, and thank God at places like 7-Eleven, Lawson, Family Mart, they have this little machine that can count the coins for you, and that's how we try to get rid of all our coins. Was always at 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson. So yeah, you get a lot of coins. So make sure you have a change purse, to put all your coins in, and try to get rid of that ASAP. Like don't hold on to it. Get rid of it quickly. So my boyfriend purchased an eSIM, and he got it through. He said UBG or UBI.
I can't remember, but it's pretty. Just go to the website, grab the eSIM. They tell you how to install it on your phone. Do it right before you land in Japan, so you can just set it up. Pretty straightforward. I would say all the instructions is on the website on how to set up the eSIM.
And it costs about $90 for the month, right?
Yeah.
And then because my boyfriend had that data, he was able to share his data with me. So anytime I needed to check something on the internet, he would just share it, and I was able to like check my stuff on my phone. So it was a great way for like he only paid for like one for his, but I was able to steal it off of him, which helped a lot during our trip. And the Wi-Fi was pretty good, by the way. It was pretty good. Like some days it was slow, but for the most part, it was pretty good. And then for me, I would use my data, like, because the way my phone company set up, I have to pay like anytime I activate it for the day, I'll get charged like a daily price or whatever. So I would use that on days where like I think I use it for like Disney World because like the Wi-Fi wasn't as strong, so I use my own data for certain things. It depends on if I really need to be on my phone that day and need like quick and fast service. I would just use my data and pay like I think $8 a day. And honestly, it was fairly easy. We used Google Maps for majority of our trip, like for our entire trip actually, and we just typed in the destination and told us how to get there by train, what to look for. The train stations are lettered, numbered, and even written in English, so it was really easy to like read the stations and know where we gotta go. Color coded. It was pretty straightforward. Like I have no complaints with navigating. Even when we had to walk to certain places, Google Map told us where to walk, all the kind of stuff, even like little corridors. It was really easy. Like Google Map was our best friend. It was our best friend, and they did their damn thing. Like we had no problems with Google Maps, so it was easy navigating. And if you've ever been to a big city and you've been like on a subway line, I think you would find it very easy to navigate the subway line in Japan. Like me living in Toronto, also visiting New York, and I also been to London. So I'm really familiar when it comes to like subways and how it runs and stuff like that. So if you are familiar with that, I think you'd be perfectly fine to navigate Japan. So it's pretty easy. Suica cards or Suica Cards. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. So we didn't get physical Suica cards because Japan ran out of it. Because I want people to know that Japan has such a really big tourism boost in the last like year or so. So they ran out of Suica cards. So what we did, we just uploaded it to our wallet app on our iPhone. But it only worked on my boyfriend's phone. I'm not sure it's because he's American, but my Canadian phone, it wouldn't let me like put money on the Suica card. Like it was there, it just wouldn't let me put money on it. But thank God he brought a second phone, so I was able to tap in and tap out with his second phone. And then we just were able to like re-up on the money through the wallet app on our iPhone. And then with the Suica card, you just tap in, you tap out, and that's how you do it. Like, so you can't leave the station unless you tap out. So you got to tap in and tap out. So if you're familiar with like London Underground, it's pretty much the same thing as well. So yeah, pretty easy, and it's easy just having it on your phone. Tap in, tap out, in and out really quickly. However, I would recommend using GoTaxi because GoTaxi was significantly cheaper than Uber, and there was more Go taxis available than there were Uber. Also, even after using Go Taxi for a while, they started upgrading our trips for free. So me and my boyfriend were living the luxury life in these really nice like vans where the seats recline and you were just laying back and it was really nice and clean. Oh, it was so nice. Also, a lot of the Uber drivers, Go Taxi drivers, they open the door, they open and close the door for you. So don't rush to do that. They do that for you. And so yeah, that was one thing I'd be like, oh, don't touch the door. They're gonna do it for you. So that was something I had to get accustomed to because I'm so used to just opening everything. So yeah, that's one thing. So Go Taxi, you can use Uber, but I 100% recommend Go Taxi. So we use Klook. Klook was really great for booking like a lot of activities. Through Klook, we booked like the fireworks tour at what's that beach called? Atami Beach. Yeah, Atami Beach. I booked Sanrio Pearland through there. I booked Universal Studios Japan through there. Also booked Joyopolis through there. Also, the website of whatever attractions you want to go to, you can also book through there as well too. Some of them did cause a little bit of a problem because you needed like a Japanese number for certain things. Like sometimes it was kind of hard, but make sure you always click like the English option of the website, so that way it's a lot easier for you to book. I think I only went through that with like maybe 2 places, but I was able to figure it out for the most part. But yeah, Klook or the website attraction. It was attractions for the website. The websites, the attractions websites. Oh my god, so tongue tied. I need to drink some water. My mouth is getting real dry because I'm doing a lot of talking right now. Most times it's usually 1 to 2 months before your actual trip that you have to like book it. So let's say you are going in November, you may have to make the reservations in October or September. Usually most attraction websites, they'll literally tell you when to book, what time to book for each month and all that kind of stuff. And when you're booking those at like the time it opens up, make sure you have multiple devices open because it's a Hunger Games. Like I think Kirby Cafe sold out within 3 minutes. And I remember for Studio Ghibli Park, me and my boyfriend we logged in at the same time. I think he was like 1,800 in line, and I was like 16,000 in line. Like it was crazy. So make sure you have multiple devices open if that's something you really want to do. Already have your date and your time already set. Like so when you go, you're clicking, you already know exactly what you want because it's literally like Hunger Games when it comes to booking these attractions. Honestly, when we went to Kyoto that day, we just walked right in. We literally walked right in and we were able to rent out kimonos. The area that we were in Kyoto where like the bamboo forest is, there was literally like multiple kimono rental shops all along that strip. So it was actually fairly like easy to just walk right in and like grab a kimono and wear it to the bamboo forest. I know some people on TikTok like to talk about like certain places you want to go to because I know there's certain like kimono rental spots where they do your hair and your makeup. They do a little bit more like extra stuff where you might have to book ahead of time if you want all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, there's like so many kimono rental places in one area. It's not like they're scattered like randomly. Like you literally find one and you walk by at least 5 other ones on one street.
Instead of like getting in near where you I guess stay in like your Airbnb or your hotel, whatever, just get the kimono. If you're doing like an activity, get the kimono near the activity you're doing, so you're not uncomfortable moving around in the sandals and stuff.
Because they didn't have sandals in his size, so he had to wear the small sandals. And they're pretty uncomfortable for him. Hence why we actually got the trolley ride. It was also because of that too, because he's like, I don't feel like walking. And also for me, it was also pretty uncomfortable after a little while as well too. So make sure you get the kimono at wherever area you want to take pictures in because it is a little bit restricting when you have all those pieces on. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the kimono rental. I would recommend getting GoTaxi for Uber services, Klook to book your tours, attractions, and then I would definitely say use Google Maps and Google Translate. Oh, also a VPN by the way. Get a VPN because while we were in Japan, I couldn't access one of my TikToks. I have two TikTok pages, and it wouldn't let me switch over to my other TikTok. I was literally locked out of that TikTok for like maybe 2 weeks out of my trip, and it wasn't until I got back home I was able to like go back into my TikTok. So make sure you have a VPN, and if you have like two TikToks or more than one account. Luckily for me, I had one phone that had the second account, and I had one phone that had the other account. So just keep in mind, like, have a VPN on you.
They know pretty much the common like English type of words. So like, excuse me, but you could just say slimison. But most of the time, all you gotta do is just pull out a translator and like your Google Translate or whatever, and they pretty much understand.
Yeah. And like for example, like when you have like the Google Translate, you can literally take pictures of the Japanese writing, and it will like translate it for you. We typed in Google Translate, and we just gave it to like the store clerk, and they were able to see what we were saying and stuff like that. Another fun fact, well, I'm not sure if it's a fun fact, but when we went to the hospital, actually, my boyfriend doesn't know this part because he wasn't feeling well. They actually had a device at the hospital where it translated everything I was saying and they were saying, and that's how we were communicating through the little app. So they had their own devices as well too. But for the most part, it was very easy to communicate. They know they know the basics of everything and stuff like that. And I also say you should know the basics of certain Japanese phrases, like my boyfriend said. But they're very foreigner friendly for the most part, especially since like tourism has been booming a lot. I feel like they're definitely very comfortable speaking and communicating with us, and then us feeling comfortable speaking to them as well, knowing a few of their Japanese phrases. But for the most part, it's crazy how even when there's a language barrier, you still kind of understand them. Because at one point, me and my boyfriend had a whole conversation with the sales associate, as we know as Pinky, and we were talking about anime and stuff like that. Even though there was a language barrier, we were still able to share our love for anime and all that kind of stuff, and still talk about it. Like, so don't be scared to really connect with the Japanese people because they're super friendly, and just like, I don't know, I thought it was really, really cool. Like, even with this language barrier, we were still able to connect on so many different things that we love. So whether you don't speak English or they don't speak Japanese or whatever, the vibes were just good all the way around. The trains were pretty easy to navigate, I would say. I think we did get confused when we were heading to Mount Fuji, coming back from Mount Fuji and taking the train to Kyoto. I think my boyfriend made us walk 10 minutes around the station where we could have walked at the entrance of the station. But that was that one little blip. But other than that, like just like the trains in Tokyo, they do have writings, like English writing on the walls, on the not on the walls, on the signs and stuff like that. So not just Japanese writing, it's English writing. Everything is numbered as well too. When you go to the platform, you'll see like a sign, and it tells you like all the trains that are coming, and on your ticket it will tell you like the train number. So you want to make sure you look at the top and you see your train number and the time it's coming in and whatnot. And normally there's usually like multiple trains coming through at the same time, so within like 20 minutes you will see like at least three different trains. And you have areas where you can line up, but you don't want to line up way too early because other people who are in a train before you will be lining up as well too, if that makes sense. So you're in line for a train that's not your train, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, babe? Like it's like let's say your train is at 12:30, and then there's a train at 12:20. You don't want to be lining up at like 12:15 for your train because people are lining up for the 12:20 train. So you're kind of in line for a train that's not yours, just to let you know. So once like the train before you leaves, then you can like start lining up. We didn't pay extra for seats at all, so that's why we had to line up to get our seats. You could pay extra for reserved seating if you want. The Wi-Fi on the train was good and it wasn't good. Like sometimes it was really, really strong, and then sometimes like, it wouldn't connect. So it was very up and down with the Wi-Fi on the train. Like it wasn't always really good, or it would keep logging me out after like 10 to 30 minutes, and it was annoying to go through the whole process again. So yeah, the Wi-Fi on the train was meh. And also we had our QR codes on our phone, and what's really annoying is that even when you try to tap your QR code, it will open up your wallet card, so it'll be hard for you to tap in and tap out. Gives you the same thing like you do with the Suica card when you're in the subways for the train. So what you have to do, they actually have a little flap that you cover the scanner with. Make sure you cover it and then scan your phone. That flap prevents your phone from opening up the wallet app, and is that way you can like get through, because when that wallet app opens, you're kind of like stuck, and it's so annoying. Like my boyfriend had that problem a lot. Sometimes you can go to the clerk and they can help you like scan you out that way, but make sure to look at the flap so that way you cover it, and then you put your phone on top and you can get out the train station easily. I forgot to mention the JR Pass. We did not go with the JR Pass because we were in Japan for such a long time, and I think the JR Pass didn't really cover a month, and it just would have been so much more expensive. It was a lot cheaper for us just to buy the train tickets separately. But depending on how long you're in Japan and if the JR passes work for you in your time frame, you can totally go for it. But definitely check your options to see which one is more affordable. And I can wholeheartedly say we didn't. I believe my boyfriend can also agree to that, that we didn't experience any racism. Did we get people looking at us? Yeah. I mean, our fashion is pretty bold and whatnot. But for the most part, they didn't really pay us any mind. I think they're so used to seeing so many tourists, especially in the last 2 years, that like it's whatever to them. For the most part, a lot of Japanese people complimented me and my boyfriend's fashion a lot. They're very friendly. They smiled at us. The only stares that we got were from like little children. Like children will literally stare at you like dead. They'd be like looking at you like, and you look at them in the eyes, and they're still looking at you like they were bold face in your face. Like, yes, I'm looking at you. Like, okay. Like, and I remember one time there was a little girl at like Sanrio Pearland, and she was looking at me, and I was smiling at her, and she was so like smiling and whatnot. And mom's like, "You're so pretty." It was, you know, it was a good vibes. We had a weird incident. I To this day, like I don't even know like how to even comprehend what happened. This is when me and my boyfriend were walking, I think, to the pancake place, right? And we had our Jeep. Was it Pancake Place? Yeah, Pancake Place, and we were using our Google Maps to figure out how to get there, and this small elderly woman kept on harassing us, or like like yelling at us, telling us to get off our phone. That's what we were thinking that she was saying, because she kept pointing at the phone and kind of telling us to put it away, like motioning it to put it away. But like we needed our phone because we needed to know where we're going. Mind you, we weren't driving. We're walking in like one of those back alleys, and there was like barely any cars or anything like that. It was just like it was a very quiet area, so it's not like we were in incoming traffic or anything like that. But she kept on telling us like the phone away, put the phone away. That's what we were thinking she was saying, and it just kind of just weird because like we need our phone to figure out where we need to go. Like I said, like we were paying attention. Like I said, it wasn't a very busy area, so that was very weird. And that was like maybe like 25 days into our trip that we experienced that. So that was like the one weird like thing. And I could also even say maybe at the hospital they weren't as friendly, but I'm not gonna make it, oh, it's a racism thing. I think it could just be a foreigner thing, or that, you know, we just were at the wrong hospital where they couldn't help us. It is what it is. But yeah, it did, you know, it did kind of make me feel some type of way. I'm not gonna lie, but like I just chalk it up to me not having the right information at the time. But other than that, like I really don't think the racism, we didn't experience that in Japan. And honestly, we were very respectful for the most part. For the most part, we were respectful for the entire time. So yeah. Rule number one, okay? This is gonna be shocking to y'all. If y'all see my videos, you will know I've said this multiple times. If you are going to the club in Japan, do not wear your nice clothes. Wear your most basic clothing. Why? Because you're gonna walk out reeking like cigarettes. Almost every party me and my boyfriend went to, we walked out smelling like smoke and cigarettes, and it was strong. It was in my hair, it was in my clothes, it just lingered. Like we literally had to wash our clothes and let it like air dry, all that kind of stuff. I had to wash my hair immediately after like coming back from the club. Like it was just really, really annoying because they allow you to smoke cigarettes inside. Even I think one club wasn't so bad because they had an area where I think it was Harlem. They had an area where smokers can be in the back, but still, I still left like leaving a little bit smell like cigarettes, so that was very unpleasant because me and my boyfriend were not smokers, and they smoke heavily indoors. Like we walked into one restaurant and we got smacked in the face with cigarettes. We're like, oh, no, 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 no. We instantly walked out. So letting you guys know, a lot of the clubs there are smoking inside, just letting you know. So the party scene, for the most part, there's really no dress code. Like I see, depending on what area you go to, like Harlem is in like an area where there's a lot of clubs on that one little like street, and then they're all like kind of side by side to each other. And then you have like Roppongi, and Roppongi had like more. I feel like more like an elevated vibe. It depends on the club you're going to, because some people dressed up, and some people look really really normal. Like there was really no dress code that I noticed in the party scene in Japan, depending on like what area you're going to or the vibe of the club. Me and my boyfriend, we love going to more like hip hop, urban clubs. So typically with those kind of clubs, it's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more chill. So yeah, there really wasn't no dress code. I find it really funny that I feel like a lot of the Tokyo DJs have not Tokyo DJs, Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka. They all had the same songs on their playlist, just in different like sequences. The same like 10 songs, just like literally just switched around. It was really crazy. But other than that, it was fun. People danced. People were having a great time. We made friends one night. This guy and his family. He was stationed in Japan, and his sister and brother came, and we had a great time. They bought us drinks. We had a good time. We went to Kyoto, and these like other not veterans, military people that stationed there. They bought us drinks and stuff like that. So everybody's really friendly and everybody's dancing. We're having a good vibe. So it's good all around for the party scene. So when we do go to Japan, I plan to go to one club because they play a lot of dance hall, and I really want to see the vibe there because I know Japanese love dance hall music, and I really want to see like what the scene is like over there. Honestly, it's so confusing, and I watch so many TikToks on it. I try my best to explain it in the vlog, so I'm just gonna tell you guys step by step about Tokyo DisneySea. We booked our tickets on the Disney website, and then we downloaded the Disney app. You need to get the Disney app, and that's gonna be very very important when it comes to your experience at Disney World. So I've seen TikToks where people start lining up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. It doesn't matter when you go, what time you go, expect a huge crowd. Because me and my boyfriend, we got there at 7:30, and the lineup was absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So no matter what day, what time, expect a huge lineup for Tokyo DisneySea or in Tokyo Disney. Like it's gonna be a lineup. It's inevitable. A lot of things have changed with Tokyo DisneySea and Tokyo Disney since I went back in October, November. Before, you had to like book a ride in order to enter Fantasy Springs, but I believe Fantasy Springs is now open to the public. You just walk right in. When it comes to the rides, okay, so you can line up for the rides, and I'm gonna let you know the rides are anywhere from 90 minutes to 3 hours long wait. So just letting you know, like, if it'd be packed, okay? So the Disney app is key to get passes for rides, and you can get both free and paid passes. But usually the free ones they sell out really really quickly. And I remember me and my boyfriend, we had to pay for a few rides passes. So that was the Wi-Fi at Tokyo Disney was like, it wasn't the greatest. And I remember using my own data because I felt like it was a lot faster, especially if I wanted to book a lot of the ride times and everything like that. So I ended up using my data because I felt like the Wi-Fi just wasn't as strong and fast enough for what I needed to do that day. But overall, because you have to use an app to book things, to even book restaurant times, all that kind of stuff, like, in my opinion, it took away from the experience at Tokyo DisneySea, and that's why we didn't go to like the other park, because you have to use an app, and then it's overcrowded, and then the wait times, and then you have to get there early. It's just so many things for me that I just felt like it just wasn't for me. But if you are a huge Disney fan, I suggest that you should go. But in my opinion, I just feel like I could live without it, and I'll be fine. We book the passes through Klook, and you have to book your entry pass. And if you want a express pass, you have to pay an additional fee. And I think I spent like $600 in total for the passes and the entry fee for Universal Studios. And mind you, I got the dumb passes. I got the 4 express pass. Get the 7 express pass, okay? Get the 7, because the 7 will let you go on the 7 major rides, and then the 4 you only pick 4 major rides. Like it's like man. So make sure you pick the 7 express pass, and the express passes do sell out. Cause I remember I was trying to see if they have like the 7 one that I can maybe try to upgrade. I don't think you can upgrade, but I was looking at it like a few days before we were supposed to go to Universal Studios, and sadly it was all sold out that day. It actually was sold out for majority of November, so there is a limit on the passes, so make sure you get the passes ahead of time. So when you book the express passes, there's little time frames on the passes, on which you can enter an area and go on a ride. So make sure you are smart with that. You want to book like a ride for Super Mario, and then you have to book a ride all the way in Hogwarts area, and that's like a huge walk. Like that's a long walk. It's better if you pick like, okay, I'm at Super Mario, and the dinosaurs is right there. It's really close, so you can just walk over there. It's not too far. So make sure you plan strategically. Also, it does get dark really quickly in Japan. So I would say after like 4:45, it starts getting really dark. So if you have any rides that is outside where you can see like the landscape and everything, especially if you go like the Super Mario and you ride that ride that goes around Super Mario World, make sure you book that during the day so you can get like the daytime view of everything. Because if you book it at nighttime, if you book it like anywhere after like 5 o'clock, it's gonna be pretty dark. So keep in mind when you're booking the rides and stuff that you book it at a time where it's still daylight if you want to capture certain daylight things. Also, Halloween Horror Night in Japan is not fun because it's way too crowded to actually enjoy the monsters. Because there's so little monsters and so many people going, I felt like I personally felt like we didn't get to feel the monsters. We didn't get to be scared because they were literally surrounded by a crowd of people. So like to me, Universal Studios Horror Nights is meh. And then the rides that they had like the Chainsaw Man one, the 3D movie. It was terrible, absolutely terrible. It did not give any essence of Chainsaw Man. It was meh, waste of time. Don't even bother. I'm keeping it 100. Nah. Japan is actually very, very safe for a lot of solo travelers. When we were in Japan, our friend was actually in Japan at the same time, Taylor. She has her own YouTube channel. I'll put her name on the screen. And she has gone to Japan many times by herself. And the only thing when it comes to traveling solo to Japan, it sucks that you don't have someone to take pictures for you. And in some places, don't allow you to have a selfie stick or a tripod, so you have to kind of ask someone to take a picture for you. That's like the sucky part when it comes to like solo traveling in Japan. But yeah, for the most part, it's pretty safe. There's many times where I would leave our apartment at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to like 7-Eleven to get something to eat or whatever. Like I've perfectly felt safe walking by myself in the streets of Japan and didn't get harassed. There's barely anybody. Like to be honest, in our area, it was quiet. Like it was so quiet. Like you can hear a pin drop. It was quiet. But yeah, honestly, solo traveling is super, super easy. You just have to budget in a way that allows you to solo travel and to enjoy and have fun. But like I said, my friend Taylor, she has her own videos. So you can totally check her out to see how she does her solo traveling. Even though I said solo traveling in Japan is relatively safe, doesn't mean you should go there being like blind and not aware of your surroundings. Still be aware of your surroundings and still treat Japan like any other country. Okay? Well, yes, my boyfriend and his toothache, and I felt so bad because like he was in pain. Probably I'll say maybe a week into our trip. And what a lot of people don't know, my boyfriend actually started experiencing pain like day 5 into our trip, and we actually went to a dentist in Kyoto. I just didn't film that because he went on his own. So a lot of people are like, why is he not talking a lot? I'm like, well, he was in pain from day 5 and onwards up until we got the medication in Osaka. So that's why he was pretty quiet. But yes, we went to the dentist in Kyoto and in Osaka. But the dentist in Kyoto didn't give a very high dosage for pain meds for my boyfriend. So that's why the pain came back. That's when the pain really started to happen. So he experienced that pain for almost like 3 weeks into like the entire 3 weeks of our trip, which sucks. Even though he got medication on and off, like he still like, experienced pain, but it was definitely that unexpected fee because you might catch a cold, but you never know you're gonna go through such a pain like a toothache. And y'all, if y'all ever have a toothache is such the it's such a terrible pain, like that throbbing, like you can't enjoy food, you can't do anything, like it's in your head, like it's annoying. So obviously having money to go to a dentist, getting medication, all that kind of stuff.
Make sure you bring your own bottle of like Tylenol or Advil that lasts you your stay. The pain meds that they got there is very weak compared to like the U.S. So
Yeah, but you also have to make
they don't
sure.
have anything unless you go to like the actual like hospital or like the dentist where they can prescribe you a stronger dosage.
And also, with that, you have to be mindful what medication you can and cannot bring in Japan.
If it's just typical like ibuprofen or the other one, I forgot what it's called, but you can bring those. But if you got like actual like prescribed like medicine, like depressants or anything like that, you probably can't bring that.
Adding on to the expected fees, I want to talk about, emergencies and stuff like that, because obviously we have like a medical emergency with my boyfriend. It's important to know where you can go for medical emergencies for foreigners, because not every place in Japan is foreigner friendly, and some hospitals, from what I gathered, have certain specialties. So you can't just go to any kind of hospital because they may not specialize in what you need. So make sure you research on what hospitals you can go to for help ahead of time. Also, please learn how the health system works in Japan. I had to do a lot of researching on that when I was over there. I'm trying to help my boyfriend in his pain. Luckily, when me and my boyfriend found places to help him with his tooth pain.
Yeah, they did like a cleaning or whatever, and they let me know that I didn't need a root canal and stuff like that. It was pretty. It was pretty affordable. It wasn't nothing over like $180. So
Yeah, and it's crazy because back in the States, they wanted my boyfriend to get a root canal, but over there they said you do not need a root canal at all. So it's very interesting. But yeah, pretty much just know where you need to go. Whatever cities you're going to, make sure you know what emergency areas that you're allowed to go to. If we need a dentist on hand, I think I put in the comment section of the dentist we went to, but I also put on the screen of the dentist we went to. But just do your research, understand the health system is really, really important, so that way you're not like scrambling like we did, and make sure you have like health insurance as well too. We experienced a lot of unexpected fees because while you're in Japan, literally while we're in Tokyo, we didn't know about the Tokyo Ghoul thing until it popped up on my boyfriend's TikTok. We didn't know about Demon Slayer art exhibit until we got into the subway and we saw it plastered on the poster. Like there was so many things that we discovered while just walking around in Japan. And we're like, oh shoot, this is happening. Oh, this is happening. Oh, cool, we're here this time. This is perfect. So many things just happened as you're on your trip. Like new things sort of pop up and stuff like that. So always have extra money because you never know what new activities are going to pop up while you're in Japan. And it's very, very likely that activities are going to pop up. So make sure you're not just planning for your like activities that you want to do. Keep in mind, make sure you have like extra change for new activities that do pop up. I would say be on time. Be on time. If you run late, they will take away time from your reservation or you just can't go at all. Be on time. Be on time. Be on time. Please be on time. Do not play. Be on time. Not even a minute late, nothing. Be there 10 minutes before. Okay? Start your day early. It gets very dark really quickly in Japan. Like it's dark by like 4:45, 5 o'clock, like dark, like nighttime. So start your day early so you have the full day of like bright daylight and all that kind of stuff because it does get dark really quickly. Don't listen to TikTok or believe the hype. Like me and my boyfriend, we went to a few like places that TikTok recommended or whatever. And some places were a hit and some places were meh, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, me and my boyfriend, we just walked around. Like if I can suggest, like just walk around your neighborhood or pick a neighborhood, go there and just walk around and explore yourself. Like you don't have to listen to everything on TikTok. You have to go eat here, you have to go eat here, you have to go eat here. Like listen, overall, almost majority of food places me and my boyfriend stumble upon, it tastes really, really good. And I know someone asked me for a restaurant list. I don't remember the name of all the restaurants. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys, because me and boyfriend literally was walk. Oh, cool! They got food here. That looks pretty good. Let's just walk right in. Like, my best advice is just to try different things. You don't have to listen to what TikTok is telling you. You don't have to listen to the hype. Like, just go and enjoy it for yourself. Like, and I do have a list of food places I did put in whatever video I went to, and if I could find the restaurant name, it's in the videos. I always tag the locations in the video, y'all. It's written right there. But yeah, when it comes to food, just try certain things. Just go. Even Google Maps. Like, I know not all the restaurants are on Google Maps, but we did look at Google Maps and pick like, oh, this looks pretty interesting. But for the most part, just walk, explore, see what your area or Japan has to offer. You don't have to pick the hype places. There's so many local, so many low key food spots that taste so damn good that have zero hype on TikTok, and it is a regular place, and it's still just packed and busy. So I would just say explore. You don't need a restaurant list. You make your own restaurant list. Bring comfortable shoes. Listen, me and my boyfriend did anywhere from 10 to 22K steps a day. We're averaging, I would say, 15K steps most of the time. Okay, you're doing a lot of walking, so wear your most comfortable shoes. I would definitely invest in the Avia shoes from Walmart. They're like $20 or so, and they're so affordable and they're so comfortable. I had a pair, my boyfriend had a pair, and we were just walking around super comfortable. We also got a pair of very comfortable loafers as well too, so when we want to look a little bit dressy, listen, they were comfortable AF as well too. So make sure you have your most comfortable shoes. Okay, okay.
Go to the gym or start walking around the track at least a month before you go to Japan, because you definitely are going to be walking at least 10K step a day, and there's going to be a lot of stairs, a lot of up and down,
Yeah,
some hills.
the hills were crazy.
Uh, so get used to that before you go, because you don't want to just be exhausted and not want to do anything the next day or be too sore to do anything. Oh yeah, don't listen to TikTok. Walk around. Just walk around. You'll find stuff. You'll see event or like shows or museums, things that you'll probably never notice on TikTok unless you actually purposely search for it. Yeah, just I would say just walk around. You'll find stuff that you'll like to do throughout the entire day if you just walk around.
So now that me and my boyfriend are going back to Japan in literally a few days, what will we do differently now that we kind of have done everything that we wanted to do in Japan our first go around? Now that we're going a second time, I feel like we don't have as many things planned that we want to do. Like, I have a few things that I want to do, but I just really want to just walk around and explore some more, to be honest. Like, I just want to see what we can discover. I want to know what's happening over there, what's popping. I just want to really walk around and kind of like get to know Japan even more, and also eat a lot, eat a lot. But there's nothing I would do differently that me and my boyfriend would have done when we first went from the trip. To be honest, the only thing is like my editing style. There's certain like videos that certain footage I wish I got. So now I kind of know the direction I'm going with my vlogs. There's certain things I kind of want to film and areas and be more mindful when it comes to my filming, to make it more, more appealing. Even though y'all like it a lot, I'm my biggest, like, I'm always in my head a lot. So I like to be a perfectionist. So there's certain things I probably would film differently and stuff like that. Still being me, by the way. But yeah, honestly, I wouldn't really change a thing, to be honest. Like, no, no. I think we would do the same thing. Anything would you do differently?
No, I'm just going to just look for actual Japanese fashion stores. I really don't care about thrifting like that, because that's what people always try to push, is thrifting and going to Japan for thrifting, but they also got their own clothing brands in Japan that people should support. So
Yes, yeah. And if y'all watch my shopping haul, you guys know how much I was pushing and talking about how amazing the local Japanese fashion brands are. And like, I know we all love designers, but like, there's so many local brands that we need to support more that have such cool pieces that need to get more love. Like, I know we want the Chanels and the Gucci for cheaper prices, but y'all are missing out such unique fashion and such unique voices of the Japanese fashion brands in Japan. So I agree with my boyfriend on that one. One more thing, y'all. I forgot to tell you the total of the trip. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, okay? So, let me get the calculations ready. For all the trains that we took in Japan for the month, and mind you, we did a lot of trains. It was like Tokyo to Kawaguchiko to Kyoto, Kyoto back to Tokyo, Tokyo to Osaka, Osaka to Nagoya, Nagoya back to Tokyo. So it was a lot of back and forth, a lot of trains, and that came up to $685.94, and that was for both me and my boyfriend. That was a total for both our trains in together. So it wasn't separate, it was the total for the both of us. So for the hotels and Airbnb stays, it was $5,812.18 USD. So the grand total of the stays in the trains equals $6,498.12. So honestly, to be honest, I don't think it's that bad for a month stay. We had a place that we our home base, and they were able to go to different places. Like I said, not everybody has a budget like that, but this is why I say it's so important to save for your trip. We didn't rush to go to Japan because everybody was going to Japan. We were like, you know what, we want to take our time to make sure our first trip to Japan was memorable. It went for the books, so we made sure to save up as much as possible for the year and a half before we went on the trip. So I feel like it's totally possible if you budget, if you plan right and stuff like that. And like I said, me and my boyfriend, we didn't have much of a budget per se because we wanted to have a really fun time in Japan without any financial restrictions. And I think that's possible to anybody if you really do save and you know what you want to do and you know what you're all about when you go on these vacations. But yeah, like I said, I didn't include attractions because attractions can be whatever. It is different for everybody else. And I don't even know where the receipts for half the stuff is, to be honest, because some stuff for was like we just walked by and we just went, and obviously like some things we paid in person, some things we paid online, so I don't have the receipts for everything. But I think the most important thing is obviously have a good budget for your stays in the train. Like I said, we took a long time planning this trip, and me and my boyfriend, we worked really hard to save up for this trip, and we want this trip to be memorable and one for the books. But yeah, that's the total for the stays in the trains, y'all. Hope we answered all your questions in this video. I hope so. If you have any more questions, I will try to answer them in the comment section as best as possible, or I might just even address it in my new Japan vlog, since season 2 is starting, and me and my boyfriend, we're going to China, and we are in the midst of getting that all organized because China is a whole different ball game. It's way more complicated than Japan. Japan was really easy, but China, we gotta set up some certain things before we go. But other than that, y'all, I hope this video was great. Shout out to my boyfriend. Thanks, babe.
Welcome.
For joining me on the phone to answer all you guys' questions about my Japan trip. And once again, thank you guys for watching the vlogs. I hope you guys tune in for our China vlog and our Japan vlog, and it'll be a China shopping haul and another Japan shopping haul. There's so many more things coming out soon for you guys. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I try my best to answer everything as possible and whatnot. And I hope it works out for you guys. I wish you guys the best of luck in your future Japan trips. Don't be overwhelmed. Take your time. Japan's not going anywhere. Take your time, save up so you can have a really great and wonderful trip to Japan. And I know you guys love watching my videos and you feel inspired and you want to do the things that I do. I want you guys to experience the things that I've done, but I also want you guys to have your own experience and have your own stories. I want you guys to explore the amazing country that Japan is. I also want to say one more thing. As much as me and my boyfriend love Japan, we have to remember Japan is a country, and we should not be romanticizing Japan, because every place has their ups and downs and has their faults. But you remember, you're going on a vacation. This is a trip. Be respectful. Be mindful. Do not romanticize it because you love anime and stuff like that. Realize this is people's homes and this is a real place. So I feel like once you have that mindset, I think you're gonna have a great time enjoying Japan in its entirety. But yeah, that is about it. And like, I gotta start packing. Babe, we gotta start packing because we leave in like 5 days. So by the time this video comes out, I most likely will be in China. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on all my social media platforms. It's Save a Bay, and I'll see you guys again in another video. So I hope you guys enjoy it and have safe travels to whenever you go to Japan this year or in the near future. Bye.